Hello YouTube, this is William. All right, the Slick 2 and the Master Companion will be up on my website tomorrow, March the 1st, on my Shop Knives webpage. Okay, it's wcknives.com. Right-hand corner, 3 little hashes. Click on that, a menu will drop down. It will be a web page called Shop Knives. Go to that, and you will see these listings there. There will be a limited quantity of first runs of 50 each. Okay, 50 each. They will go off sale in 2 weeks, which will be the 15th will be the last day that you can pre-order these blades. Expect a shipping or fabrication in 8 to 10 months. I'm gonna try to beat that, but I would say 8 to 10 months is probably fair at this point, okay? So everything is going to be done in sequential order. Whatever's ordered first as far as other models, they will be done prior to this one. It's done in sequential order, okay, to be fair to everyone. All right, pricing. Pricing for these blanks is going to be $185 plus shipping, okay? Shipping in the United States is 15 bucks. Shipping outside the United States is 60. Okay, packaging material, boxes, tape, cost of shipping, all this other stuff, everything's going up, folks. Sorry, but that's just the facts of life. All right, I went shopping, took mom to go grocery shopping yesterday. Whew. It's rough, it's rough. All right, okay, $185 each. Minimum or a maximum of 50 per model for first runs. Want to limit it to make sure that the first runs mean something. All right. There will be aftermarket scales at some point for these blades, and they will probably come from Great Northern Knives, but you will be able to order those separate, and they will come from them. Okay. So you don't have to buy the scales with it at this point. All right. There will be some type of Chicago screw that will be easily just a slotted head or something that you can easily take loose with just an SAK, a flat piece of metal, or something. Okay, that will be easily taking these things apart if you wanted to put some sort of survival mini kit inside the handle. If you want to hollow out the handle, then you can do that. But again, these are only 1/8" scales, so I wouldn't hollow much, okay? So anyway, if you choose to do paracord, you can get a little bit more in there. See how there's a little bubble there? It's just actually a nice little palm swell to do a paracord wrap. This one has a little fire tab in there. A ferrule rod, 1/8" ferrule rod, a safety pin I stuck in there, and a needle. There's a needle right there for a little mini sewing kit. You could do fish hooks. You could do all kinds of stuff. And I've done several videos up to this that what ideas of how you could do this, okay? Or do that. Handle ideas. And there's a lot. You can do Ranger bands. You can do all kinds of stuff, all right? Okay, what is the difference between the Slick and the Slick 2? The Slick 2 has the same blade profile, length, same thickness of steel as the Slick. Okay, from this point on, it's the same knife. Okay, the same knife as the Slick. From this part back, the handle has changed. You can see the holes do not line up. The handle for the Slick 2 is a little bit longer. Okay. So do not, let me repeat, do not think that you're going to take your Slick that you already got a handle on and grind it off and buy scales that's going to work. Aftermarket scales for the Slick 2. It will not work, folks. Again, it will not work, okay? If you grind those scales off of your Slick, the holes are going to be too big and the attachment screws will not work. All right, your handle will be loose, okay? So just a word of caution. Oh, I'm sorry. See there? That's how loose they are, all right? Okay, so just kind of a little word of caution. Length, the slick and the master companion, the blade is right at 3 1/4. Overall is right at 7. The width at the handle is 1 inch. Both of them are AEBO stainless steel with an acid stone wash. Okay, pricing $185 for just the knife. There will be an option for ordering or purchasing an aftermarket sheath. There will be only leather. Kydex will not work because there's too many handle configurations that you can do with these knives. So Kydex is not an option if you plan on using different handle configurations. But a leather pouch style sheath is something that I'm working on and developing. And it's basically just going to be a leather pouch that will stretch and give a little bit to accommodate different handle materials, okay? Whether it be a paracord or bank line wrap, or if it's a scale, okay? Or if you just want to leave it as a skeleton knife, then that pouch will work, okay? That's what I'm working on and will be offered at some point before you get these knives. So when you get the whole package, it'll be what your needs are, okay? And these are great little knives to throw in little kits, backpackers, I mean, the weight, I haven't weighed them, and I'll put that in the listing, what the weight is, just the blank, but it's practically nothing. Just kind of give you a side-by-side view of these. You can see the difference in the blade shape. See if I can hold them up here. The Slick 2 has a kind of a drop point with a belly, whereas the Master Companion has a gentle slope curve up like a bushcraft carving style, green woodworking style blade with a very fine tip, okay? You see that? All right, that's the difference. Okay, so your hunters would probably lean toward the Slick 2. Your bushcrafters would probably prefer the Master Companion. Okay. All right. If you have any questions, put them below. Anyway, there you go. Oh, I have something laying on the table. You guys want to see a new model that is in works? Tactical. This is a tactical knife. Can you read that? Magna Cut. 3/16. Exploring an option for military grade knives. And this one is, I haven't settled on a name yet, but I think I'm pretty sure it's going to be the WCFK. So William Collins field knife. Blade on it's about 5 inches. Point is center with a faceted tip for strength. So you can do a little bit of prying with it. Has a little bit of a pry bar, skull crusher type tip there. Has jimping on that, so reverse grip. Can you imagine what would happen with that tooth? Come across. I'd hate to meet that in the dark. With some sort of an acid wash to kind of eliminate some of the reflective properties as much as possible. You still have to have the shiny parts that you sharpen. This is a false edge, if you can see that. That false edge. But man, I think that's we're on to something. Let me hear you guys' thoughts. Your law enforcement and you military guys out there. What do you think about this? Is this something that you wished you had carried in the field, or what? But it has a real wide part up here like a guard. Jipping here, the thumb rest, so that this bubble here is almost like a guard, but without being in your way. And also hollow pins so that you can put all kinds of lanyards and cords there to lashing points. So anyway, WCFK. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, I thought about you law enforcement. You guys probably wouldn't need something that big. Maybe something a little bit smaller with a 4-inch blade, a good handle so that, and with a prying part on the back. So, I mean, I think you guys are going to do a lot of prying. But that hook right there, man, instead of zip, got a seatbelt loose. I mean, with a fine tip, similar to this, but just a shorter blade. Maybe 5/32 instead of 3/16. Lighten it up a little bit. All you first responders and military guys, let me know below what you think about that. If that's something that interests you. Okay? Till the next one, you guys get in the backyard with it on a stick. Again, tomorrow, March the 1st, these will be available on my website for pre-order. Okay? You guys get in the backyard with it on a stick. Be sure to take a chow with you. And don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again very soon.